one of our most loved British comedies, Fawlty Towers, has become the latest victim of culture censorship. It's only one episode, which references the Germans during the war. You may remember it, I certainly do. But it follows the likes of Gone with the Wind, television comedy Little Britain, Come Fly With Me, I think there's Cops in the United States and others, which, following the Black Lives Matter rallies and riots, have been banned by nervous executives from streaming services like Netflix and Stan. But where does this stuff stop? Every generation has differing moral standards, but isn't that the way we were and the way we learn about who we are now and where we're going, where we should become? Famous Australian playwright David Williamson joins me via Skype from the Sunshine Coast. Thank you so much for your time, David.
It's a pleasure, Chris.
Now, tell me, I know we've had this debate over and over again, but I don't think it's been as widespread or as intense as I've seen it before. Would you agree?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, it's absolutely becoming a big cause célèbre to look over our products of our artistic past and decide whether we should see them now. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on banning the likes of Gone with the Wind, the television shows featuring blackface, and even today, Fawlty Towers, would you believe, one episode? I have great memories of Gone with the Wind. I remember thinking to myself as a child that the most endearing characters were the black characters, were the black people who starred in the show. I remember learning so much from what my mother told me existed in those eras. And I thought to myself, I hope my children get a chance to be able to be exposed to that sort of stuff.
Yes, well, look, I can understand someone who's an African American and not feeling as enchanted as we do by the depictions of blacks. So, well, I don't feel enchanted now when I look at it because it is embarrassing. And it is embarrassing to see to see how lauded the slavery culture was at the time.
Yep.
True, it's history, but it's certainly something that that we, if we were African American, we wouldn't be thrilled with now. But that doesn't mean you should ban the show. I would say if you're African American and it upsets you, and I can see why it would upset you, you don't watch it, but then you don't ban other people from seeing it, because there is a lot that's terrific about that movie. There's some wonderful performances by some great actors. There's some great drama. It does turn the South into a heroic place, and we know that the South was a slave trading, awful society in many ways. But we can accept that as modern people. We know that that was the truth of that society. We know we don't accept it now, but we can also enjoy the drama, the performances, the story, and at the same time, our critical mind can say, well, it's not like that any longer, thank goodness.
I look at something like Shakespeare, though, David. Would there be a play of Shakespeare's list that would survive this kind of cultural criticism?
Well, no, it'd be hard to find one that isn't politically incorrect in some ways. The Taming of the Shrew tells us that feisty women have to be subjugated by powerful, charismatic males. The Merchant of Venice, although it gives Shylock one good speech, it still says that the Jewish people are pretty reprehensible most of the time. So that's racist. It glorifies war. It glorifies all kinds of things that we would find upsetting today. But it still doesn't alter the fact that this is the world's greatest dramatist ever, who really understood the human psyche, really understood our psychology, and could show us life then in many ways that are still very pertinent to us today.
And that is the power of art. And I mean art, I mean movies, television, plays, etc., and entertainment. I mean, what we discover with art is the great exploration of life and people, isn't it?
Yes, art has the attitudes of the time embedded in it.
Yes.
But it also has deep understanding of universal human nature that doesn't change. As in Shakespeare's time, we're still ambitious. We still want revenge on those who hurt us. We still want love, admiration. We still want status. We still want to be respected. All those human emotional needs don't change over time. So if we throw out something that was written 400 years ago because some of the attitudes have now dated, we also throw out that great repository of wisdom about universal human nature that's still relevant today.
That is an outstanding statement. I would like to frame that statement and distribute that statement around the world to those who want to cancel culture. I thank you very much for your time, David Williamson, and you have nailed the topic, and this is the way we should be viewing it, I think. Thank you very much for your time.